Hello, wonderful people. This is Francisco, founder of Fear Fantasy. Welcome to the Mind Shapers, the BizAcc Q1.18 series. Hello, Paula. How are you?
Hello there. Hi. It didn't ask for a password.
No, really? Because I
No.
that I've set one password out because maybe you use that link. Just to be sure that no one enters the meeting when when we are doing this. I'm still learning.
Right. Yeah.
With Zoom. And my last call, I wasn't able to record it. Well, I recorded it, but then my Windows had a problem and crashed my computer, and I lost the file. So
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll be trying to record this in the. Oh, it's not working. So I'll just trust Zoom. So Paula, thank you again for
That's okay.
for being here. Do you understood what is my goal with these 15 minutes Zoom calls? What I want to achieve?
Not really.
Yeah. So what I want to do is really to boost everyone's not only for the course, but to help you to spread your words, you know. And I think it's related to fear fantasy. It's like the core of fear fantasy, to explore fears and fantasies. And I want to start with all my my greatest people around in this course, youth, clients, and teammates, and then go look for persons that are more related to fears and fantasies. For example, Rex explores fears a lot, and I would like to have him also, just because I can't go all over the 60 students, you know, it's too much people. To really understand and to share this to our teammates and to the world. What are we doing here? And what are we feeling? What fears are we facing when we are fighting for our dreams and for our goals and trying to achieve those fantasies? So it makes all the sense for me to explore that and to learn and to try to share this to the world. Do you think it's a good idea?
Yes. Yes. I think the word fear fantasy. People think, what is that? Yeah. So it does need some explanation.
Yeah. So my goal obviously first is to make people think about it, because they can understand that I'm asking you to fear fantasy, really. Like, don't like fantasy because I'm afraid of fantasy. Or you may understand it as fear and fantasy as two opposites.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think the way you approach it may depend on what you are feeling, because people see what they want to see, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's very deep. So I would like first, because I'm going to use this as a video. I will do some editing and post on the internet, on my websites, in my blog, to promote and to send this to the world and to the BizAcc and to Unreal. I think it's awesome, and I'm very grateful for having you as my first podcast. And I would like to start to have you introducing yourself a little bit and talk about your project. What are you doing right now? And then if you have the notion or the consciousness about what is the emotional state of your ideal client.
Oh, right. Okay. So my ideal client, first of all, would be a small business that maybe they're struggling a bit, small food business, maybe they're a small cafe owner, and they've possibly had a poor food hygiene rating, a bad inspection from the local health inspector, and they haven't got a 5, and they're probably feeling a bit down about it. And I need to project myself in a way that's professional and trustworthy, but also amenable. So someone that people can talk to and talk about the problems and to really open up. I need to get people to really open up, because I need to know what the root cause of the problem is. Because businesses fail for all sorts of reasons, but when I go around as an inspector, they won't tell me the root causes. And very often they don't tell the truth at all. So how to get people to open up and tell the truth about sort of what's going on, because that's the way I can help them.
Yeah. The way you see it, do you think they tell the truth to themselves?
And possibly not. No. I've seen businesses fail, and I think maybe they're just not admitting to themselves where their problems are.
Yeah, so I'm seeing there is a lot
of getting to grips with financial management and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I see there is a lot of self-confidence and self-esteem and knowledge and ownership related to that connection you have to your client, right?
Mm-hmm.
And have you thoughts about any motivational way, or have you a special weapon or tool to get into that emotional state of them?
Oh, so I'm sorry, Francisco, but my internet sort of went a bit bad there, so I didn't get all of that.
No problem, no problem.
Do you mind repeating what you just said?
Yeah, I think it's interesting that your clients have this maybe by not admitting something, in this case, something very serious that could jeopardize their business and lives. And so you have really to interact with them with confidence and make them not go away because of fear. Because I think if we approach someone with bad news, they will run away, right?
I think there's an element of trust, I think. Especially because I used to be in local government. I'm not anymore now. I'm private, I'm independent. So I would hope that they would trust me. And I need to get that image across.
Yes, I see that. I think that's very, very good what you are
doing. So that's where I'm starting at.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And
I think that's important. Develop trust. In actual fact, I hadn't thought about that, but I think I need to make a note of that.
Yeah.
Develop a trustworthy image.
Yeah,
and that could be in things that I wear or how I project myself.
Yeah, and your approach, I guess, must be very meticulous. How do you approach?
It is, but I need to be friendly.
Yes.
I find the best thing is I answer their questions. Sometimes people have questions on Facebook, which they put out to the group that I'm on, and I try and answer them. And I find that has led people to sign-ups.
Yeah, I would like later to have those links so I can share them, because I'm sure there will be lots of people that will go check that group and your website. So I definitely want your links to share it here on the video later. And I've seen in the past some more experienced people giving advice about business, and one thing that I could never forget is when someone told me, Sal Cincotta, a photographer from the United States, and he told something like 90% of businesses fail due to incompetence in the first 5 years.
Incompetence. Yes.
Yeah, so you may know your craft, but if you fail with your legal advice, if you fail with counseling, if you fail because incompetence of leading your team or managing your resources, whatever, you may be a very good artist or whatsoever, and the business will fail. So that struck me really hard, and that's why I think you have a very good idea there in business, because you are really touching and grabbing that spot that usually 90% of the times for the first 5 years in photography at least, that's the main cause of businesses to fail. So it's really, really interesting to try to understand that, because I think the way you approach it could be very useful for any business. You know? And with that comes, where do fantasies enter in this journey you are in? Because you have your own fears and fantasies, wishes and goals, but also your clients. So how do you create empathy with them? Like sharing your fantasies, your stories, your wishes.
Stories. Yeah, I think I try to create empathy. I think understanding of their situation, really. I don't know. I mean, my fears are the way I come across. Fantasies, I don't really know. Fantasies.
I see it like goals, long-term goals. What are we trying to achieve? Because I think if our business is our life, you don't have a business, you just have a life. And then you are working for yourself and for your wishes and for your fantasies and for you are aiming for in your life. So
what am I aiming for? I just want a bit more serenity, I think.
Yeah. And now I would like to get a little bit more deep just about this course we are doing called the Business Accelerators on London Real. Can you identify or describe, or at least give a name to the fears or demons that we may be facing right now in ourselves?
The fear. Well, what if it all does kick off and you get lots of sales? Then what? You kind of you have to keep it up, don't you? You have to. There's a pressure then to not fail your clients and to really deliver. There's that.
So
there's a fear of not looking professional with me.
Is that fear of failure?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yes. Like, what will they think?
Yeah, exactly. Because we think I think much too many times. If I fail, what if they don't like? What if this happens? What if I can succeed? Right? And those all of those questions pop up very quickly, and I go through all the same process as well. And I really think we are all in the same boat with that. And my key, at least, is to focus on the emotions, the positive ones that I want to feel when I deliver my product, when I achieve the goal during the process, and focusing on how I'm feeling. So I throw myself in the future and I imagine being that client or that person and imagine how are they feeling the moment they receive it. And it must be a positive thing. And that gives me the strength I need to keep going and to keep pushing. And I think it's very interesting. And how do you keep going and keep finding motivation to overcome?
Well, I imagine myself being successful, and getting sales, and most of all, people being pleased with me. I think that's what I imagine, and then inviting me round and to look at their business. So that's the kind of positive image I have in my head, that people are happy with what I give them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you are trying to share the love and positiveness all around.
Yes.
Yeah, we are all doing the same, I guess. It's awesome. Paula, what is the name of your business exactly?
It's 5 Star Hygiene. And I chose that because it's got a zing to it, basically. I like it. It's not really, it used to be, the scheme used to be called It used to be a star scheme. It's not anymore. It's just a food hygiene rating, and the top is 5.
Right.
But people still talk about 5 stars for food hygiene, and people Google 5-star rating. So I thought I'd call myself 5 Star Hygiene. I just like that.
Right, Paula. Is there anything you would like to ask me or to say extra to the audience or to me?
Yes, I mean, obviously this is about taking the best selfie. So you've obviously got the tips in your course. And by the way, the reason I didn't get it, I opened it yesterday, but I didn't look at the video because I was going out, and then it timed out because you've only got 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Gotta check that.
That's why I didn't. That's why it's timed out, and I can't go back to the link.
Okay. I'll get you the link and.
So that's the thing. I just need the link again, and then I can start.
Yeah, because what happens is you get a instructions file on how to get how do you get all the videos, how do you get you, and what is this working, so you don't get necessarily the file, the upload of the file. You will get it immediately after getting the instructions file. That's the digital product you download is in fact that instructions file, so you can get all the other videos next. That's just because this platform we are using don't allow us to add multiple files into the same product. So
no. So are you doing an email every day? Is that how it works?
Those emails with the 6 videos will come weekly.
Weekly.
And they come weekly because I want you to try it and to understand each course, each week, each video with content, just to make sure everything is solid before trying something else. But in fact, the first 2 videos, I guess I will expedite them a little bit more rapidly, because the first one is more personal and you can think about it with more time. And so I really want to give you some practical things to do. So I'm really thinking in expediting the second video earlier.
Right. So what I'm hoping is it'll improve my vlogs when I'm doing my video blogs, and that's what I need it for.
Yeah. And I really hope to be able to boost, because that's the goal, to improve people. Not only technically, because the beauty who we are, our message comes from within. So that's why I also focus on that part, on that aspect, on us, on how we feel, how do we control the environment, and then we learn the technical parts of the camera, in this case a smartphone, and how to compose, etc. And then to enhance after that the picture very quickly on social platform or other apps available. So that's really a process, and we can make it a quick process, and that's very valuable, because what we get in return in quality on our images and creating then, if you blog also, that really improves your quality and the way you step into this digital world. And for vlogging, yes, all the tips about lighting and etc. for photography works as well for video. So yeah. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to message me.
Yes. Okay. Oh, great. So yeah, if you could send that first link again, that would be brilliant, and then I can get started and get working on it.
Yeah. As I said, I will send you ASAP, and I'm really thinking about expediting also the second video, so you can have this practical stuff to work on.
Right. Okay, great.
Paula, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And,
thanks for your time.
For us, we are teammates. And are you going? Yeah, you are from London, right? So you'll be there.
Worthing, actually, which is Sussex. It's about 60 miles south of London.
Right. And are you going to attend to the graduation weekend of
Yes,
Unreal?
I will be there Friday and Saturday.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm going to
Great.
be there. I'm a bit far away, you know.
But you're still coming?
Yes, I
Yeah.
already have my plane ticket. I have my booking arranged, and I just don't know what's going to happen, but I'm open to it.
Yes, well, it'll be fun, I think.
Very fun. Okay, Paula, thank you very much again for your time.
Okay,
And
thank you.
send me the links so I can paste them all over the video and in the comments, and I will let you know when this is ready. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much. Cheers.
Bye.